Early morning start. As you can see, we had a couple of days of rain and it has gone from brown to green and all the flowers are coming out. Starting to look nice, eh? That time of the year again. Excellent. This is why I like to do the litter picking before it all greens up, because once the grass starts growing and everything grows, and literally you get a couple of days of rain and it just explodes in green. You can't see anything. So I'm going to head along the top of here. This is quite often I'll find little bits and pieces along here, so I will do that, and then I will head down the millions of steps down into downtown. Definitely goes into flower season real fast, eh? Nice. Right, nice and cool now, down the t-shirt weather. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head down to the park, I think, down the bottom there. Right, let me head down that way, see what I can find. Right, heading down the hill. Actually the garbage down here is actually not too bad. Right. Head into downtown. It's always a nice shot this time of the year, isn't it? Just enough leaves to give you a splash of green, but not enough to block out the view. Right, so it's just up the top there. Bumped into Tara. She does litter picking up there as well. Gets garbage and that up there, like community thing, so that is good. Oh, something down there I can get. Let's see if I can get that. Like I say, it's all starting to green up at the moment, so it's not the easiest thing to get, but I can, whatever that is can come out of there. It's just a glove by the look of it. Yeah. And we can head on into downtown this way. That's got a nice shot down through there. So this time of the year I'm always in two minds. Do I bring my good camera or do I just bring the GoPro? Because every time I come out and about, because I've been taking pictures my entire life, I see things and think, oh yeah, I should bring my camera, I should do this, should do that. And then you forget to bring your good camera and then you miss all the good shots. I'm going to have to come down and do just a camera a day, I think. Just bring me camera, not my bucket, and just go from there. Right, I'm going to head downtown that way. Right, just come down over the bridge, that Centre Street bridge there. It's always a nice walk down through there. Just having a look over here. Doesn't actually look too bad for garbage. Yeah. Very nice. Head on that way, I think, maybe. Yeah, we'll have a look and see what we see for garbage. Right, it's heading into downtown. There's downtown. There's the tower, the Bow Building. This here is the Chinese Cultural Centre. I do like the new pathways that they've made down through here. I can see some garbage down there, so I have a dilemma. Do I go that way or that way? I'll go this way. Yeah. Life's full of decisions. Just follow the garbage. Oh, cigarette end. We get that. Down the new walkway. Keeps in the little flags that they put in where the plants and that are, and I think I keep thinking, oh, garbage. Oh, garbage. No, just flags. Oh, I lost a sock. What on earth do you lose a sock? Like, seriously. Yeah. No, it doesn't belong there, so we'll get rid of that. Right, I'm going to need a bin here soon because my bucket is pretty much full. I've stomped on it about 3 or 4 times, but can't get much more in it. There's a couple of straws. Let's get rid of those. They're a pain. Some of these little straws are a pain to pick up. Not half as bad as cigarette ends though. So if you smoke, don't chuck your bloody cigarette ends on the ground because that is a real pain. They're very hard to pick up and it drives me nuts. So I will head over into the park because there's a bin over there, and I will drop off all this garbage in there. We'll have one of the hares. See these hares? They're everywhere, all over the place. Yeah. They run fast too, these guys. Oh my god, can't they just? Yeah. Well, that's rather a nice picture down through there. I do like that. It's rather nice. Excellent. Yes. I shall head on that way, I think. It's really different once it starts to green up. It's actually quite amazing how quickly it changes too. Yeah, literally within a week everything goes green. It's absolutely amazing. Right, there's more garbage along here, so I will head along this way up towards the bridge up there, up into the park that way. Doesn't actually look too bad along here. Got some people running down here. Head down through there, I think. Doesn't look too bad down there. I've seen a lot of garbage down there before now. Too bad. A few bottle tops and things here, so we will pick those up. Get those. Yeah, that's a very good question. Yes. Yeah. Just talking to some very nice people there on the bridge. Right, I'm going to head round this way. Their first time I've ever seen downtown, so good for them. Yeah, nice. Here exploring. This is always a good spot. I did do a really good litter pick through here the other week, so it shouldn't be too bad, he says, hopefully. Yeah. All the greenhouses are gone over there where those cranes and stuff are. That was where all the greenhouses and that were. All down through here is nice. I'll take a walk down through here. Ooh. There's a tissue of some description in there. Let's get that out of there. That can come out. That can go in there. I don't know what it is, but I know what it isn't. It isn't staying there. The ducks over there. There's some garbage out here on the beaver dam things. A lot of bees. Oh, there's a lot of bees out there. Loads of bees. Excellent. This is why it's very important to have places like this in the city. This is downtown Calgary. This is the downtown city. This is it. Yeah. That's why it's very, very important to make sure that we look after places like this, because when they go, they're gone. And this, as you can see, drives me nuts. Look at all the cigarette ends. There must be 50 cigarette ends here, literally. But there won't be in a minute, so let's get rid of them. Well, there we are, job done. 60 bloody cigarette ends. 63, I think it was. Yeah. Christ, people, you know. This is downtown Calgary. See, there's all the skyscrapers. This is the city. That's the city centre right there. Yeah. Okay. Right, head on around, see what we can find. Other than all those cigarette ends and a couple of bits of tissue, so far pretty good. I did do a good clean out in here whilst I could still see the pathways and what have you, because the grass hadn't grown. But there's another bit, not sure what that is, label off or something. That can come out of there. How's this bench for cigarette ends? Ooh, only a couple. But these things are the worst things ever to pick up. They are so hard, and it's stupid, but you almost have to pick them up one at a time. So you need is a vacuum. A friend of mine the other day was saying that what you need is like a little vacuum pack, because like, you get a couple of bits of garbage like that, you can easily pick those up. But cigarette ends, oh, they are a pain. There's another one. Yeah. Mind you, every one that I can pick up is one less that's ended up in the river. There's the beaver lodge over there in the middle there. Yeah. There we have downtown Calgary. Right, I'm going to head round, see what else I can find. What a great sound for the city, yeah? Yeah. Very nice. Right. Let's continue around the path. Water level's down a little bit, I've noticed. Beavers must be sleeping. Cobra chickens all lining up, ready to get going. Yeah. No comment on that one. Right, let's head up around this way. Sometimes out on the stones here you can find garbage there, so let me head down onto the river bank and see if I can see anything down there. Right, it's fairly clean along this piece, which is nice. Yeah. I think they've done a river cleanup. I think they did organise a river cleanup down here a little while ago, so it's not too bad. That's all I found. That is it. That is the grand total of my river bit so far, which is actually pretty good, which really does make me think that somebody's already been along here. I know you can actually find a fair amount along here. It just gets washed down the river and it gets covered in snow in the winter. It's not because people chuck a lot of garbage, it just accumulates over like half the year, and unfortunately you can't see it for half a year because it's all buried in snow and ice. Where I'm walking now would have been about 2 foot of ice not long ago. So a couple of weekends ago this was literally all still brown, but as you can see it now isn't. Right, I can't see anything along here. I'm pretty sure they've done the river cleanup, so let me see if I can get back up onto the path here somewhere. Through this gap looks good. Yeah. Let's head up through here. Yes. Yeah. Yes, this is always a nice walk around this piece. I do like this bit. And it's very nice to see that there's not much garbage in here at all. I know Matthew and the guys were down here a few weekends ago. They were down and they did a big clean up. There's an area up through these trees up here that I know. I want to see if that's all been cleaned up. I will look at that when I get there. Let's head up around the walkway. It's weird, the other end looks like it's a little low. There's a beaver dam there. Maybe the beavers are sleeping, they've got enough water in it. Although this side looks like it's fairly full. That's why they put this bridge piece in there, because it used to be quite tricky to cross this end. Yeah. Not so bad now. Yep. Yes, now they've got the walkway in there, it's actually quite nice. It's easy to get around now. Beaver dam right there. Beavers are definitely hydro engineers and very, very good at it, yeah, as you can see. Right, we head around just up through these trees. Up through this way is that area that I know I've seen a lot of stuff in there before. So let me head up through there. The pathway itself back to the main path goes down that way. I can see some garbage up by the bench, so I just go and clean up around the bench, and then I'm going to come back and go that way. So let me just clean up around this bench first. Oh, looks like just a bit of tissue and some cigarette ends. Right, let me clean that up and I can get on my way. Well, hats off to you guys and girls that cleaned this up the other week, because when I came through here the other week, this area here was absolutely full of garbage. I kid you not, there was probably a truckload in here on its own. There was propane cylinders and clothing and baskets and you name it. It was absolutely full of garbage, and as you can see, it is now not. Yeah, walking up through here, this is all I found so far. It's pretty good, and that's in the entire loop around here. So yeah, this piece was absolutely full of crap the other week, and well done guys and girls that came down and cleaned up. Shout out to Matthew there over in Forest Lawn, thank you very much, much appreciated. Just going to head up here and over the top of this little bit of hill. Up by the bridge here sometimes you find a little bit of garbage, but I can tell you now, it is remarkably clean in here. Well done. Yeah, it just takes a few people just to get together. Job done. Excellent. Right, let me have a look up over the top here. Right, I've just come down through there where Matthew and the guys all cleaned up the other week, and I have to say it is remarkably clean down there. Yeah, well done. I found one shopping cart which I've left on the side there so the city can see that. This is down in the park. I'll just spotted some garbage down there on the side of the path. Just nip down there and get that. It's nice this time of the year, it's all greening up and the pollen's out and the trees are all blossoming and that. It's nice, eh? Oh, garbage on the bench. Let's get rid of that. It's not easy to do this one-handed. There we go, struck that in there. You see, it is a nice park down here. I like this. It's a good park. It looks fairly clean too, so I'll take that. Right, head over that way I think. Let's see what we can find. I think I see some garbage over there. Let's go have a look over by the bridge. Aha! Piece of tissue. We will have that. An extraordinary amount of pieces of tissue. I know they fall out of people's pockets and what have you, but only smokes people, you know. What do we have here? What's this big white thing? Don't know what that is. Some kind of a towel or something. It doesn't belong there, so we will clean that up. We got some more garbage around here, so let me clean it up and have a look at it. This bridge always looks nice when the pollen comes out, eh? Or when the flowers are out. Nice that. Yeah. Only trouble is they don't stay on the trees long. You don't get these pictures, they're gone in a matter of days. This location here, this time of the year, is actually very popular for the like wedding pictures and stuff, especially with the pollen on the trees and the flowers and stuff. Yeah. A lot of people use this as wedding photo shot. Yeah. Surprised there's nobody down here actually. It's Sunday morning. There's a bin over there. We're going to empty this bin. Yes. Yeah, I must admit, it's nice when the sun's out and everything's greened up. Very nice, eh? Very nice. Right. That is a nice walk down through here. Very pleasant this morning. Squirrels are out about. It looks remarkably clean. Let's take that. Nice new trees gone in. Problem is, you plant trees, trying to keep up with the tree planting. You have to cage them here because of the beavers. Yeah. If you don't, the beavers will have them out of there in no time. Yeah. Yeah. Right, let's just head up the path here to the river. The river's just up here. This is the Bow River, one of the best fishing rivers in the world. This is, people come from all over the world to fish this river. Yeah. Glorious day for a walk in the park. I was trying to decide on what to do today. Next weekend, I'm out in the mountains. I'm not get on with my hello squirrels. We have black squirrels here, but he's all upset because I've stopped. But there's some garbage down here. So. Oh God, that's full. Oh, well, that made for a heavy bucket. That just overloaded the weight of my bucket. I'm not sure what that is. Some kind of shampoo or something. I don't know how the hell that got there. I don't know. No idea. Let's get rid of that. Don't need that. At least they make those things out of paper now, as opposed to plastic. Because when they were made out of plastic, they'd get stuck around all kinds of animals and stuff. Let's get that out of there. A few cigarette ends. I must have done 150, 200 cigarette ends today so far, easily. There's 10 more. I've got these. I don't know what it is with people with their cigarette ends. They are an absolute pain in the rear end to pick up. And there's no need for it. You know, it's not like there's a shortage of bins around. Yeah. Right. I will head on along that way. It's a lot cleaner than I thought it was going to be along here. Like I say, they did do a clean up through here the other week, so that probably accounts for that. Well, they've been doing the flower beds. Nice. Yeah. More trees and shrubs gone in that one down there. That's a new flower bed, that is. That wasn't there before. Yeah. How are we doing for cigarette ends? Oh, half a dozen. Let me get these cleaned up and I'll be on my way. This looks fairly new. This is what we do with the old logs and that. You just leave them around the outside. Use those to make the edge of the flower beds and stuff. That stuff rots down. It's really good for the fungi and what have you. The river's just over the other side of that little berm there. Yeah. Back into the park. In the summer they have all kinds of concerts and things here. This over here is the it's called the Atco stage. There's a big stage there in the park and they have shows here, and the summer festival, the folk festival, and that's all here. There's big stuff set up on the stage over there. Good backdrop for downtown. Yeah. Right, on I go. I do like this tree. I've taken pictures of this tree stump before. This is a nice tree stump. I like this. Yeah. It's a good spot. The river's just over there. Nice bench there. Down through the park. It's all nice down through. Right, looking good over through the trees. Right, head on up to the end here. Sometimes there's some garbage up the end. I just see something over there shiny. You go and grab that. And that picture a few times. Geese are very vocal. What have we got over there? Oh, I see a bit of garbage over there. Let's see if I can get it. Oh, if I reach right over it, might be able to get it. There we go. I got it. Yeah. They're doing a bunch of construction down the other side, otherwise I'd walk back down that side. But I think what I'll do is I'll head out onto the main path outside the park here and walk back down that way, I think. Right, walking through the park, picking up some garbage here, and come across this young lady. First time I've ever seen a bicycle full of dinosaurs. That is it. And even just in case you run out of dinosaurs, there's some spares on the back here. That's absolutely brilliant. That's priceless, that is. Yeah. Do you mind being in the video?
For a second, sure.
Yeah. This is the young lady I was talking to. Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, that is the first time I've ever seen a bicycle full of dinosaurs in the park. Excellent. There's a first for everything.
That's right.
Right, on I go. Right, as you can see, it's blossom season. That's always good. Somebody's left their hat behind. Uh-oh, they were looking for that. Yes, that's nice for the trees. Right, this bit doesn't look too bad. That was interesting talking to that lady. I think her name was Jamie. Yes, very nice talking to you, Jamie. Yeah, she's lost her other half there. They're down here on bikes somewhere, and she can't find him. He wandered off. Very nice. And what is nice to see, these trees are absolutely full of bees. There's bees everywhere. But there's one right there. Look. See them? Yeah. Full of bees. Excellent. Very, very important. Right, a little bit of garbage here. We'll grab that. Then I will be on my way. Trees are nice with all the blossoms, aren't they? Yeah. And flowers are starting to go back in the flower beds. Yes, nice angle down through there. Very nice. And very clean too, which is nice to see. Only a few bits and pieces to clean up. That's nice. Right, I think I'll head back down this side. Like I say, they've got the other side of the area all dug up. That's a bit of a pain. Oh, I see some garbage the other side there. You go around the other side. Yes, a lady with dinosaurs on a bike. That is a first. That is absolutely a first. Made my day, that did. Absolutely made my day. I was saying to her, it's the little eccentric things like that that you see people do in life that are really quite something. And that's good. Right, let me head on. Right, time to head on down the other side of here, I think. Actually, I think I'll go down the other side of this where the cycle path is. The gentleman's up there just emptying out all the garbage bins. Thank you very much. Found a Thomas the Tank Engine hat. Yeah, some little kid will be looking for that and losing his mind. Yeah. Let's grab these pieces here. And on we go. Yeah. I'm going to head down. This is the cycle paths over here. This piece here, this is all walking, and all down here is the cycle path. Always lots and lots of people out and about. They built this lot a few years ago. That was a nice big open grass area. But, oh, I see some garbage along here. I need to put the camera away, and then oh, I see the ice cream shack's back. Head down along here and see if the ice cream shack's open. Right. Hey, Mr. Grey Squirrel, I see you. Yeah, it's very nice this time of year. It's good. People out and about on bikes. It's a very outdoor city. As I mentioned in a lot of my videos, a lot of people say that Calgary's not a bikeable city. Anybody that ever says that has never been here and never ridden a bike here. It's as simple as that. There are bikeways everywhere. Oh, there's a bit of garbage over here at the... Oh, somebody's having a bad day over there. Yeah. Right, let's just get this garbage along here and we'll clean this up. A number of people I see running flat-footed. There's a lady, she's flat-footing it all the way down. It's going to kill her legs. Yeah, yeah. But, as you can see, it's all nice and green down there. I did a picture along here many, many years ago, and and I entitled the picture because over here we have all the very expensive apartments and what have you. And I did a picture because there was people sleeping in the bushes this side, and there was literally piles and piles of empty apartments the other side. So I did that video a few years ago. Yeah. Right, I'm going to head along the bottom of here because quite often I find a lot of garbage along the bottom of this piece. Yeah, I can see some bits there now, so go clear those up and be on my way. Right, it's always now nice down by the lagoon. They filled it back up a bit. They can alter the water in this one. This was the lagoon that was originally built for the logging, when they used to float the logs and that down to the sawmills. Just down by that bridge off to the right, there used to be sawmills in there, and that was the Eau Claire timber people. as you can see, now part of the park, which is actually really nice. I was just chatting to that young lady up there on the rocks. She's got the best seat in the house. Right, on I go. This piece along here, I quite often find garbage along here, but that's actually been pretty good so far. Right, on I go. It's nice and peaceful down here. Yeah, this is a good park. There, I like this park. Right, nice and clean along that way now. Got about a half a bucket, but that's not too bad. Well, this has certainly changed down through here. A lot of construction and that going on down through here at the moment. Looks like they've moved the archway. That archway thing that was part of the Olympics, and that looks like they moved it up this end. Yeah. Be interesting to see how it all comes together. Seems odd now without the green houses down there. Yeah. Right, I'm going to head up over the bridge. Just empty this bucket here again, I think, and then head up over the bridge. Right, got a few bits and pieces out of the lagoon there, so that's good. Back up over this way through the park. A lot of people are starting to turn up. I think they were because it's a nice sunny day today. It's a blue sky day, so a lot of people turning up. So that's good. Got a bit of garbage on the bank there. You can grab that. Very nice. There's the cafe in the park over there. It's downtown. There's a new bridge. I've taken several pictures of these trees because these trees are growing fairly fast. They were actually pretty small when they were put in there. Now they're actually looking pretty good. Right, head on up over the bridge and see what I can find the other side. Right, gonna head up the hill. Yeah, a little bit of garbage. And people running up and down the steps today. Now I've got to head up there. Well, a lot of construction going on down there with the new berm wall and what have you for the flood defences. That's nice. Just everything's greening up real nice in the city there. Look at that. Yeah, we've got a couple of days of rain coming up, so once we've had some really good rain, you'll be amazed how green everything just goes bing almost overnight. It's just insane. Yeah, never lived anywhere where it changes so fast. I think I see a bit of litter over there. Maybe is that litter or is that dandelion? Not sure what that is. Let me have a look. Oh, that's dandelions. That's good. A lot of dandelions around. Yeah, the bees love them. Yeah, that's good. Right, up the top of the hill. Done this picture of this bench many times. Gonna do it again, I guess. Yeah. Right. So been along the bottom, coming back down this way. There's the park down the bottom there. There's the city. This piece I'm on now is actually part of the original road that came from down the bottom when it was a river up onto this farmland up here. As you can see, there's very much farmland up there now. I can tell you, it goes for about another 20 kilometres that way before you get the farmland now. Yeah, but yeah, this was one of the old roads that came up the hill. Glad that it's still here. It's no pathway. Yeah, right. And there's not much garbage on it, so that's good. I do this route fairly often, but as you can see, I've got a bit of stuff there. I do this route fairly often. It's generally not too bad. Right, there's another bit there. Let me grab it. I have to do this picture. I've done this picture many times, but I'm going to do it again. Yeah. As you can see, if you look out towards the mountains are that way. You see there's a band of cloud just above the mountains there. So, although it's nice in Calgary, I guarantee you it's a lot cloudier and probably a lot windier out there too. When you get that band of cloud, I'm hoping some of that's going to turn into rain cloud because we desperately need some rain. We've got some coming next week. In fact, I can see some grayer areas out there that could well be rain already. We're supposed to be getting some, but we need lots, so we'll take it. It helps with the fire risk. Where we live is very dry, so it's not a bad idea to have good downpour every now and again. Right, I'm going to head down that way and see what else I can find. Right. So now I'm at the back of the top of the hill. Woo, Batman. That's a long way up that hill at the end of a long walk. Yeah. Right. So I think I'll call that the end of the video. just met some very nice people from Toronto there. They're just walking down over the beach over that way. They're over visiting, which is always good. Yeah. Right, I will call that it for now. Thank you for coming along, and I think I'll call that a day.